Still a little sore from my ribs. Yeah, hurting your ribs is no fun. So, regarding my low yesterday, I don't think I've ever, since I've been making videos, wanted to upload a video more, only for said video to take practically the entire day to upload for everyone to watch and see. But here we are. Seriously, like, it was just after 7 o'clock in the morning when I tried uploading the video to both Facebook and YouTube. And after 5 o'clock, did it finally upload to YouTube. As well as, like, after 6, it finally got to Facebook. I mean, some factors are definitely the determining cause of it. Specifically, I wasn't in the right, like, Wi-Fi area. But, like, yesterday morning, it was, like, this close to finally uploading on Facebook at, like, 8:30 or whatever. And at, like, the last second, something goes wrong. And literally the entire day was spent trying to upload it. It sucked horribly. But it got uploaded, thank God. Seriously, I was really proud of that video. I mean, it's 2,000 days. And from now on, up until however long it takes me to get to day 3,000, there's going to be a 2 in front of every video day I do. So today is 2001. Pretty cool, right? 2001. Well, I would have said it was a great year, but September would probably tell you otherwise. That's about as close to a 9/11 joke as I could ever probably make at this time. Believe it or not, according to South Park, we have to wait 25 years before we can make fun of something. We're not quite there yet. But we are pretty far to it. Actually, it'd be 26. So, a little over 3 years. Although I am curious, I wonder what the first, like, legit joke is gonna be. And how far is that gonna go, you know? I shouldn't say that. It also doesn't help that I can't really yawn or cough or laugh or sneeze or do anything because of my ribs. They still hurt. I got myself some Advil, but unfortunately, it's like the 200 milligrams one, and I need a lot more than 800 milligrams altogether to actually feel comfortable to do most things. Again, hurting your ribs sucks. But legit, my main low is how long it took for the video to upload. But I gotta tell you, I mean, yeah, I saw my parents yesterday. You know, then obviously that's my high. But I don't think I've ever felt more happy doing a video than the one I did yesterday. Like, really and truly. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's never been a video I've been legitimately disappointed in. I love all the videos I've ever done. I mean, I know they say, like, your early work is supposed to be, like, complete garbage, and then it gets better over time. Personally, here's the thing. I would feel uncomfortable watching my earlier work, partly because I don't like how I sound on camera. But more importantly, you know, I mean, let's just say let's just say I still struggle with how I look, okay? I mean, if you saw my earlier work and then you saw me now, there'd be a pretty drastic difference. And there's a reason why, but I've already talked about why, because I had to get, help for it. And whether or not I believed I was gonna, not die, I guess, I'm still mad that it happened to me. But I guess for better or for worse, I made it to 2,000 days. Today makes 2001. And hopefully this video won't take forever to upload like it did yesterday. Actually, before I continue on with what I was going to talk about, for sure my act of kindness was helping my dad empty the dishwasher before we had dinner. We had subs from Meniere's for dinner, and subs from Meniere's are awesome. They're good. I got myself the All-American sub, and what I don't know if you ever see my social media, but what I like to do with my Meniere's subs is I put them in the oven at 250 and let the cold, because here's the thing, as good as Meniere's subs are, they close their sub shop. They shut down the griddle like stupid early. Like earlier than they probably should. So by the time you're able to order any kind of sub is the time when they shut off the grill. So you can't get their Philly cheesesteak, which is awesome. You can't get their chicken parm, which is awesome. Nor can you get their buffalo chicken, all of which are 3 awesome hot subs that they have. However, the best cold sub they have is usually their All-American, and that's what I've been getting. Plus, again, I can put mine on foil, put the oven at 250, and, after about, really it should be in there for like 45 minutes to an hour, but it didn't really stay in there for that long. So I had to make do with just over a half an hour. It was still really good, and it was warm all the way through. And I did, because if you put your Meniere's sub in the oven, obviously there has to be cheese on it, otherwise it doesn't work. But if you put your sub in the oven for 250 for long enough, not only do you really toast up the bread, but you also get a nice cheese pull. Cheese pull. A couple times I thought I got cheese pull, but that was the very thinly sliced onions on my sub. I love onions. And yesterday was actually the first time I've legit ever posted one of my all-time favorite snacks too. For those of you who don't know, actually I don't think I've ever really talked about this on camera, but one of my all-time favorite chips is the Wise brand onion garlic flavor. I love those chips, man. Those were the first chips I've ever had that I liked that weren't just regular potato chips. Nothing wrong with regular potato chips. I love regular potato chips. But, in terms of flavored chips, because stuff like sour cream and onion, cheddar sour cream, I don't mean for there to be a theme there, barbecue, I love all those kinds of chips. But remember, when I was little, I didn't. I remember getting kind of not nauseous from it, but believe it or not, I got kind of sick of having cheesy stuff. Specifically Doritos. I know, someone not liking Doritos. Shocker, right? It's okay, I like them now. Doritos are cool. They're good now. When I was a kid, I didn't think so. So I'll never forget the first time I ever had onion garlic chips. I actually come from a skiing family. We like to snow ski in the winter. And we go, and our usual place is this one place called Swain. After we were done, we went to this one place to get some dinner called Maud's. It's actually not around anymore, but it was known for having really good pizza. Not as good as, say, Atlas or Anelio's or Vincenzo's, but a step above, Picnic Pizza, Pudgy's, and Rico's. Somewhere in between there. Don't get me wrong, I love Rico's, and I love Pudgy's, and I love Picnic Pizza, but, they're chains. What makes Vincenzo's, Atlas, and the other special is that there's only one of those places. And they're all really good. Then again, I'm easy to please, what can I say? Actually, you know what would be a good comparison for Maud's? Wise Guys in Hammondsport. Wise Guys is good. So yeah, let's say they're about as good as Wise Guys. And my dad orders pizza, but he notices that there's these bags of chips, and he got a bag of chips, and you have to understand, I grew up in a household where your two options were either nothing or like it. So I tried them and I was hooked ever since. Seriously, like, I really wish I was on First Week Feast snacked. Then again, if I was, that video would be well over 3 hours. Because what snacks won't I eat? But if I ever was, Weiss brand onion garlic chips, yeah, that's definitely going to be on that show. For sure. Don't get me wrong, I love Lay's. I'll roll with the Ruffles. But, Weiss chips, they're good chips. You could say it's a rather wise decision for me to have them. That's funny. I'm funny. Seriously, more chip companies need to step their game up and have onion garlic flavor. They do. I mean, I remember there's other good chip companies out there. Martin's is good. Utz. Oh, God, I just remembered. Back when I was in Trinity Poly, this one guy who I know is actually a really nice guy, a dear friend of mine. Well, listen, I say dear friend of mine. Literally anyone from Trinity Poly I consider a dear friend of mine simply because at the end of the day, we're all brothers. There's this one guy who was there for lacrosse, who did cross country with me. He was actually taller than I was. He would say, "Utsy Catsy." Like, what? It was like Utz potato chips. Funny enough, there was actually a guy in Trinity Poly whose last name was Utz. I don't know how no one noticed that, but there we go. Actually, that guy was cool too. Seriously, the guy I just talked about with the last name of Utz, no kidding, he's a really good singer. About as good as I am, in fact. And he does an amazing run around Sue by Gianna the Belmont. I'm just saying. So, yeah, that was the long and short of my day. Just making sure that video was uploaded. Because, it was a good video. In fact, I dare say it's one of my very best I've ever done. Straight up. And I never play favorites with my videos, but man, this was different. This is a video don't get me wrong, I want to ultimately upload my videos every day for people to watch at their leisure, of course. And it's not like I'm come on, I really want people to watch this. But this is a video I'm people need to watch it. They do. I can't explain why I felt that way, but that video is just the perfect combination of everything you need for a video to be. I felt like that video, or yesterday's video, was just the perfect storm of that right combination of what a person's life is. It's not perfect. The previous 1,000 days were not perfect at all. There was definitely some bad. But believe me, there was a whole lot of good too. Which I guess at the end of the day is kind of what you want out of life. No one's life is ever going to be perfect. No one's life is ever going to be happy. No one's life is ever going to be, remembered throughout history as the greatest life ever lived. But at the end of the day, it's your life. You gotta try and make it good, even a little bit. It doesn't have to be great. It can be good. You can be happy. I mean, there are plenty of people out there who actually are not as fortunate enough to have the privileges that I have. And they can be very happy. There are people with many more privileges than I have. And they're most certainly not happy. So, it's however you feel. And I meant what I said yesterday. You know, me doing videos every day? No, I'm not famous from it. Hell, I only have like 98 subscribers on YouTube at the time of recording this. So obviously I'm not famous from it. But that's not to say I never will be. It's not to say that, you know, I won't ever get famous for doing anything like this. Although if I ever did, I would always remember that I'm repping the 607 all day. So don't you worry, 607. I will never forget you. You're my home. And if you forget who you are or where you come from, you wind up being a fucking it. And I just totally screwed it up. I was trying not to go an entire year without saying the F-bomb. I totally just said the F-bomb. Well, I lasted 6 months. And it's fine. People say far... I mean, at the end of the day, I know people say far worse than that every day when they do videos. So it's not like what I said is the worst thing. I was trying to be good, you know? So, next year. I'm going to try not to do it, I'm going to try not to do it this year, but it is true. If you forget who you are, where you come from, you wind up becoming something you're not. And that's not what I want to do. I want to be me. And at the end of the day, making these videos is just good old-fashioned fun. And if you're not having any fun, then you're not doing it right. Or maybe you are, and maybe you are doing it right, and maybe having fun isn't how you get any satisfaction. I can't read anyone's thoughts. I'm just me being me. And that's it. Yeah. Man, now I'm mad at myself that I said the F-bomb too. Darn it. Oh well. Technically I said words of equal or worse value, I suppose, but you know, it's not like I made a habit out of it. So, there you go. I really hope you did like this video, and if you did, feel free to like, subscribe, watch at your leisure, of course. And much like the last 2,000 days, I am always going to be humbled that I make these videos for all of you guys watching Joy for today. I'm hopeful that we all have a wonderful Saturday. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, everyone. And remember, whether you guys want to talk to anyone, we'll be here to lend you always right back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.